Hey, my loves, this is Raven from Raven's Reviews, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I have some incredible stamping goodies to share with you from Maniology. They reached out and let me pick out some stunning plates. And you already know, I had to go down the whole fantasy-inspired plates. I went down that well. But not just that, they sent over their Flexi Stamper, and when I tell you this is a game changer, I'm freaking out. Now, I have seen so many different videos on how to shrink and enlarge images, and it just seemed like some witchcraft. But after playing with this stamper, I am so madly in love with it. And I was also completely mystified by how it picked up images. Now, I'm going to show you later on when we do our test in how to shrink and enlarge images. I am going to show you how it picked up such detail that this is my by far favorite stamper ever, because you can literally just take off that top and use it as a monocle stamper, and you have that complete open window so you can precision place, or you can shrink and enlarge any image. So I think that this is a complete game changer, and if you are a fan of stamping, then you need this. And if not for anything else, just the amazing crystal clear jelly stamper on this thing. Whew, I'm losing it. But you do have to twist it to the full rotations, which is about 2 pumps to get that full dome effect, and that is going to either shrink or enlarge your image. So we're going to go into kind of the logistics of that later on in the video, but we are going to be testing that out as well as swatching all of the polishes they sent, because they sent 3 polishes over. And then we are going to go into using the plates, because there is just too much magic going on not to show these plates in action. But first, before we get into all that magic, we have to swatch the polishes they sent. Whew. Now, I have been staring at this Tropicana. It's a 3-piece collection, and it has the most darling, it's like there's an orange creamsicle color and then that really pretty pink. And I couldn't stop staring at them. So I definitely wanted at least one of those colors. And then for St. Patty's, I chose 2 stunning greens, which were Grinchmas, which is this one. And I think this, like the duo chrome on this is crazy. Like, it is so beautiful. And when the light hits it, you get this really pretty like yellow gold that comes out. It is just absolutely stunning. Whether you are just wearing this polish or using it for stamping, ooh, chef's kiss. And not to mention, when you are stamping with it, depending on what your background color is, the way she shines, she just blew me away. And last but not least, for the colors that I selected, this is Bloom. And I thought this was just the most darling mint. And I really got these 2 greens with St. Patrick's in mind, knowing that one of the stamping plates that I chose is called Clover Craze. And that one has such amazing, like it has shamrocks and a whole pot of gold and leprechauns and the sickest backgrounds, and I just lost it. I do have in my ancestry so many things. I am the United Nations, but part of my ancestry is actually Irish. So I'm Black Irish. So I got amazing mixture. But with that being said, the Celtic knot has always been so special to me. So the fact that there's actually the charmed symbol on there, the Celtic knot, I'm just losing it. And then not just that, like we went full blown fantasy. So this is called Dragonheart. This plate, it completely blew me away. Like the moment I looked at it, I'm just like, my 90s baby heart with the dragon silhouettes and the mountains. It was just everything. And then for my little, like, because I am such a geek. So for all of my fantasy love, we have fairies. And not just fairies, there's adorable butterflies. And I thought I could pair that actually with the crystal stamping plate that I got from them. So I was just freaking out, and I wonder if I can enlarge the image of that fairy. So we're going to do a complete separate video just on shrinking and enlarging, but we do go through some steps here. And then last but not least is this Clover Craze that I was talking about. And I can't get over the intricacies on this. It is so beautiful. And for the, the part Irish that I have in me, I felt so proud looking at these. I'm like, oh, look at the Celtic symbols and all of the good luck shamrocks and just all of the things. These plates leave me absolutely speechless. When I was looking at these, I just could not get over the intricacies engraved in each one of these plates. And then to top it all off, they sent me the most beautiful sticker. I could not get over that. That was a whole nail set. So I'm definitely going to be making a little scrapbook with all of the stickers they send because they're absolutely darling. When it comes to St. Patty's, I have done some really fun sets over the years. And this year, actually, I was waiting for these goodies to arrive, and it literally came the day after St. Patty's, and I was like, I don't care. I have Irish descent. I am going to do my ancestors proud and just play with this set and just have so much fun. The moment I saw it, I just kept saying the stereotypical, they're after me Lucky Charms. I just couldn't get over how, like, the literal magic pouring out of this. And I also loved the crosses. They have the Celtic knots, the Celtic crosses, like everything is so beautiful. I also love how whimsical this plate is, down to sparkling, twinkling little starbursts. So you already know I had to bust out a full set here because I want to truly test out these designs, see, because there's some that you have to layer. So I really wanted to have fun and just see how versatile this plate was. And I was so shooketh. So you already know we are about to bust out that Flexi Stamper. But first I wanted to just prepare my little ice cube stampers just so that I had a few stampers on the go, that if I did want to do reverse stamping or pick up a few clovers and then place it all down using the sticky base, I could do that. So we are setting the scene because my beautiful nail family, it's about to go down. All the stamping magic. Before I get into the thick of it, I did want to note for Fairy Circle, that stamping plate stole my heart. You guys already know I'm obsessed with fairies. But when I was looking at the little twinkling fairy dust and all of the enchanted designs, I was just losing it. It's definitely going to be a staple in my collection through and through. And the dragon heart plate, I can't get over the intricacies on the dragon scales. There's just so much magic that that's going to unfold. And I love that this PR unboxing was all fantasy inspired. So the next few tutorials I'm going to be doing are all just, we're going right into another realm, and I am living for it. So now that we are all set up and have grabbed our first clover, let's get into this magical design. Before I get too excited, I did want to mention, if any of these goodies speak to your heart, or if you do want to grab some other stamping essentials, feel free to use my code, which is RavenArt. When they first reached out for me to become an ambassador, I was absolutely floored. And I can't get over how scared I was, not about the opportunity, but about stamping, because I have wanted to stamp and actually stamp properly for years, and I've never had the proper products to do so. So either I was trying to use gel and it was beating up on the jelly stamper, I was just having all of these issues that kind of just turned me off, and I just thought I couldn't do it. So now, fast forward, after a few PR hauls now, I'm really starting to understand the art of stamping, that perfect like roll to your wrists, being able to not only pick up images but do layering, do reverse stamping, and now I'm shrinking and enlarging images. Like I am just feeling so proud because, as I say, when I first started this journey, little baby Ray Ray, yeah, she would be literally looking and being like, oh hell no. So I am just so happy that I'm learning, and this is definitely pushing me out of any kind of comfort zones. I think, especially when it comes to nail art, it's really important to have so many things under that little, we could say, because we're doing leprechauns, under that little leprechaun hat, right? As a nail tech, you want to be versatile. So though I am obsessed with character art, I didn't want to just be pigeonholed there. I want to learn different art styles and techniques and trends, and with that, also a completely different art form, which is stamping. I think a lot of people, either it's 50-50. They're either obsessed with stamping or they're too intimidated by it. And I really love Maniology is bridging the gap. So I have been going through their lives, and that's actually how I was able to learn about the shrinking and enlarging. Like that's where it clicked, because I've seen a lot of people do it, but it's just a bunch of twisting. Like I just see, oh, they're twisting it, and then it looks like they're winding it up and then placing it down, but I wasn't really understanding the steps. So I'm incredibly grateful to their lives, and also Girly Nails 66. I'm going to be leaving a link for her videos. Oh my Lanta, when it comes to stamping, she blows my mind. So many things click when I watch her videos, and there's actually a lot of stamping queens in our nail sisterhood that just inspire me on the daily. Another one I do want to mention is Sandra's Sparkly Sets. I can't say enough. She will be stamping things, and I'm just like literally sitting there floored, like, oh wow, like I didn't even know there was plates for that. And then she's like, there's a plate for that, there's a plate for that. I'm like, oh, I need to increase my little collection, because oh my goodness, when I start seeing, and not just that, recently we did a huge collaboration that was hosted by Sandra, and actually I saw Priya doing the most darling Care Bear stamping. I wanted to get those plates so bad. They had the little belly badges and everything. And this is where I'm getting at. Like with Maniology, it's more than just, okay, we're stamping a letter. No, we're stamping full images, scenes. Like I can't, like the word of the day is intricacy, because the intricacies of this plate and these plates are out of this world. So I am definitely such a huge fan, and there is going to be all sorts of stamping this year. As I say, it's the year of the stamp. With that being said, I did want to test out the Flexi Stamper. So you already know your girl, I wanted to do it right. So with science, I wanted to first pick up an image with the ice cube stamper, and that's just like your regular baseline. Then I wanted to do the same thing with this one and see what the original image is, and then I wanted to go through the steps of shrinking it and enlarging it. So even though I'm twisting here, that this really didn't do much because I was still figuring everything out. So this really didn't enlarge it or shrink it. But technically, if you're wanting to shrink an image, you first have to make sure your jelly is sitting proper, and you're gonna see a little lip that goes around the entire circumference of the top of that stamper. So you're gonna wanna fit your jelly in there, like I did earlier, where you get your dome, but it's gonna be flat. And so when you wind that up, that creates your dome. So when you do your first pickup, then you pop it off and, well, like unscrew it and then pop it off. And with that, you have your shrunken image. But if you want to enlarge the image, you keep the dome on and you can't get the window option. So you just stamp that. So I was very impressed with the intricacy, and also, see, we need to do an intricacy counter. When I like downsized, when I shrank that image, I could not get over how everything got smaller. And obviously that goes without saying, if you're going to shrink an image, it's going to get smaller, but it's like the little spacing in between each line got that much smaller, and it felt like I had a computer, like I had some fancy computer printing out designs for me. I was very impressed. You're also going to see, because I take a little cue card just to put down the stamped images so that you can just see side by side either it getting like shrunk or enlarged or the regular size. I thought that would be a good visual representation, and it truly was. This is where I'm saying the human computer is coming out. And the moment I saw that, I'm like, you're telling me I can have this symbol on my phalanges? Dreams are coming true right now. As you guys know, me and my nail sisters that work together, we are called the Charm Sisters. So the fact that there was this Celtic knot in this plate just alone was enough for me to be like, yep, that's the one. But it also had this adorable little leprechaun that I have to reverse stamp. So don't you fear, the leprechaun is here. We're definitely going to be doing individual tutorials on my little practice phalanges, just so that you guys can see what a potential manicure with these plates are. And I'm going full blown down the fantasy route, so we're doing leprechauns, dragons, and fairies, okay? I was saying leprechauns, dragons, and fairies, oh my. But y'all, I'm losing it. I just wanted to show you quickly before I go into all of that. You can see where it is shrunk and where it is larger, and just like the regular size. And though when you do the enlargement, it's just a slight variation, so it's not as drastic as the shrinking, but it does work. And certain images that you pick up, like you can drastically see that, like, wow, that has enlarged it quite nicely. But through and through, that Flexi Stamper, it is a complete game changer. And if you do stamp, I would suggest you grab that. If not for anything else, the monocle on it is mwah, all of the chef's kiss. That's what I was trying to get at when I was mentioning all of the Celtic knots side by side. You can see the one that I stamped with the ice cube stamper. There's just a teensy bit of definition that did not get picked up. And literally every single one of the other ones using the Flexi Stamper, the details are crazy. And that is like a good 4 or 5 of them picked up in succession. So that just shows you how well it picks up images. I was also very shook when I picked up writing on the very first hand, and it came out so pretty. Yeah, so your girl has a new obsession, and that is most definitely the Flexi Stamper. I am so madly in love with it. I just, like, even though it's made out of the same jelly as the ice cube jelly stampers, I just found that monocle was everything and more that I needed. Like, even look at that. Look at the way that picked that up so perfectly. Are you kidding me? I just think once you get the basic steps down for stamping, the sky is the limit. You can literally stamp Frenches on yourself. You can stamp full landscapes, words, like font. It just keeps going and going. And I am definitely, I said that though I'm going to be doing many things this year, this is also going to be the year of the stamp, and I was going to dedicate to actually learning the art of stamping and trying to perfect something that terrified me. And now this being, because I literally started at the beginning of this year, being a couple months in now, I am more than obsessed. And just the consistency of every stamp and these products, when I say the stamping polish, it does so much of the heavy lifting for you. It just hugs, and however the depth of the engraved stamping plates, like, it just provides that perfect stencil every time. So I can't squeal enough. Something that was so crazy to me is that I could create such insane nail art with shading and all of these things, and I try to pick up an image on a stamping plate and it would be like I have two left hands. Like, it was just a mess. And I was just waiting for it. I'm like, when is it gonna click? And it finally has. It did that magical, that click. So I am so happy, and I just want to keep on increasing and learning the skill of stamping because I am having so much fun with it. And it's little tools like this that just make you feel like anything is possible and the sky is the limit. When I talk about that I have such horrible and crippling body pain that sometimes even just doing one color on, like, using my non-dominant hand is a feat. So now that I can actually stamp all these different designs and have fun nails on that hand as well, it just means the world to me. And I can't thank my representative enough for sending out these goodies. You better be prepared. There's going to be all the videos coming up because these just captured my heart. I am very much that mystical girly, so the fact that I get to play with all of these is just a huge dream come true. So thank you, Maniology, for sending out these goodies, and a huge thank you to my nail family for coming into today's video. It's been so magical. I've had so much fun playing with these plates, and I can't wait to create more fantasy-inspired looks, especially with the new almost called fire circle, the new fairy circle, and the dragon heart plates. Let me know in the comments what your favorite fantasy creature is. Of course, you guys already know. Mine is the mermaid, because I am a mermaid. So, is it fantasy if it's reality? And please, please don't forget, if you're grabbing any of these goodies, to use my code RAVENART. Now, can we just take a moment? Did you see those 3 clovers? They picked up in succession like that. When I say that monocle is magic, the way it was picking up images all day, baby, I was just like, okay, you are not going to be far from my reach when I'm stamping. Because me and you, yeah, we peanut butter and jelly. We are all of the things. I really hope you love this PR unboxing, and also the demo that we did with the Flexi Stamper and with the gorgeous Clover Craze stamping plate. Now, if anything was uncertain or unclear when it comes to the Flexi Stamper, I am going to be doing a completely individual video on that, where we're going to go through with another image that's a bit larger so that we can see the drastic shrink and all of that magic. So don't worry if you were watching that and thought you wanted something maybe a little bit more in depth, that's going to happen as well. But I could not get it today without actually testing it out and seeing, and I was just so impressed. Oh, I'm just jumping through this screen and giving you the biggest squishes and the biggest hugs. Thank you, my beautiful nail family, from the bottom of my heart, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. The rest of this magic is just the top coat, boom, just like that, she is done, and we have the full set, and I am living for all of this leprechaun magic. I love you guys oh so much, and I'll be back with more Maniology tutorials very soon, so make sure you're subscribed. Come on, it's free. It's a party over here. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Mwah. See you in the next one. And a huge thank you for Maniology for sponsoring this video. Thank you. And I'll see you guys very soon. Bye, my loves.